Draft day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%. Between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%. Between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days.
The WNBA now regrets allowing Caitlin Clark to be targeted, as viewership has taken a significant hit.
You want me to just say I told you so, or are you willing to say, Stephen A., you did tell us?
Since Caitlin Clark was eliminated from the playoffs, viewership has plummeted by over 50%, a staggering drop. And the finals? What finals? At this point, I couldn't even tell you who's competing for the championship.
I've coached the best, but they were tremendously disrespected. But human nature is, okay, this kid's coming into the league. And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening.
Every so-called expert tried to downplay Caitlin Clark, yet she effortlessly secured Rookie of the Year and made watching any other WNBA game feel dull in comparison. Her impact is undeniable. The NBA is struggling, while Caitlin is enjoying some quality time with Lexi Hull.
Get this spring fling with vanilla cream instead of coconut cream. Can I have the beach babe too, please?
You're Caitlin Clark, right?
Maybe.
Our girl was spotted grabbing coffee with Lexi Hull while going viral for scoring a $3 bargain.
These are healthy, right? No, but they are only $3. I love a bargain.
Caitlin seems to be enjoying her well-deserved rest. Meanwhile, as the WNBA crumbles, it's almost poetic to see them regret their choices. If only they had treated Caitlin better. Viewership would be soaring to record heights right now.
Yes, the WNBA was growing before Caitlin Clark. Make that abundantly clear. But it was growing incrementally compared to the exponential growth you're seeing now. And this is just data. This is just objective facts. Be mad with data. Please do not be mad at me.
The stats don't lie. Unfortunately for the WNBA, they're stuck with a snooze fest of a playoff final. Meanwhile, Caitlin gets to sit back and watch everything fade away. The WNBA slipping back to its usual viewership numbers and irrelevance once again.
Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. Was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was as well.
Caitlin Clark's exit from the WNBA playoffs wasn't just a pivotal moment in her rookie season. It sent shockwaves through the entire league. The moment she was out, the WNBA was forced to confront a harsh reality. Her absence had immediate and devastating consequences, plunging the league into crisis.
All of this comes together, and you need a star, and she is the star.
Caitlin Clark's departure from the WNBA playoffs sent shockwaves through the league, triggering immediate and far-reaching consequences. This wasn't just another star player being eliminated, it was a seismic shift. The WNBA had been thriving on a surge of excitement, much of it fueled by Clark's electrifying rookie season. Her ability to dominate the court with high-scoring performances and clutch moments attracted a diverse audience, drawing in both die-hard basketball fans and casual viewers captivated by her skill and magnetic presence. But the moment she was gone, it was as if a switch had been flipped.
Has been impacting the WNBA well before this year. This is not a new thing. Sure. This is, in that way, I do think Caitlin's being used as a pawn. Caitlin didn't bring systems to the WNBA. This has been happening. And that, I think, is what's been such a shock for all.
For months, the WNBA had been riding the Caitlin Clark effect. Her games consistently drew record-breaking ratings and packed arenas. But once she was eliminated from the playoffs, that magic seemed to vanish. The electrifying energy surrounding her games was gone, and the league found itself struggling to hold fans' attention. This wasn't just a temporary dip. It was a full-blown crisis. The sharp and undeniable drop in viewership exposed a glaring issue for the WNBA, which had unknowingly built much of its recent success on the shoulders of Clark's breakout performances.
So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay.
The impact was most evident during the opening game of the WNBA Finals between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. Typically, the finals are the pinnacle of the season, a time when fan engagement and excitement reach their peak. However, without Caitlin Clark on the court, the viewership numbers paled in comparison to those during her playoff run. Fans simply weren't as invested, and and the WNBA was forced to confront a harsh truth. Much of the attention it had gained throughout the season was tied directly to one player, Caitlin Clark. Despite the overwhelming buzz and excitement she generated, the league failed to protect its biggest draw. From the very start, Clark was unfairly targeted, subjected to relentless fouling and aggressive defensive schemes designed to shut her down at all costs. Instead of fostering her success, the WNBA allowed the situation to escalate, ultimately paying the price as viewership plummeted in her absence.
You had people fighting tooth and nail the entire season, not wanting it to be this way because other people weren't getting flowers, or she was getting too much attention, or she gets a special whistle, or I'm gonna check her off the ball here just because.
She became the most fouled player in the league, yet the WNBA failed to do enough to protect her. This wasn't just about the physical toll the fouling took, it was about the message it sent. Instead of celebrating and elevating one of its brightest stars, the league allowed her to be treated as a target game after game. Clark was fouled more frequently than any other player, making it clear that opposing teams were zeroing in on her. What's even more frustrating is that the league seemed content to let it happen. Instead of stepping in to ensure fair play and protect their biggest draw, the WNBA allowed this pattern to continue, most notably when Clark suffered a black eye. Yet through it all, she refused to back down. She didn't let the targeting slow her down. In fact, she thrived under the pressure. By the end of the season, despite the constant fouls and blatant disrespect, she had rightfully secured the Rookie of the Year title, proving that no amount of targeting could diminish her talent. Clark's ability to rise above the unfair treatment only further exposed the WNBA's failure to fully support her. The league had a golden opportunity to protect and uplift one of its most influential players, yet they allowed her to endure unnecessary physicality on the court. While she emerged victorious, one question lingers. Why didn't the WNBA do more to shield her from relentless fouling and aggression?